We are here in the lobby of the world's famous and fabulous and historic Montauk Manor out here in Montauk, Long Island, with a very, very special guest. A guest that I've known from her artwork being displayed in Bayside, and now she's out here in Montauk. Lisa Gindi, hello.
Hello, and it's wonderful to be here. And this is like a castle. It's so gorgeous in real life.
And you're out here, your artwork with the Montauk Art Show, and displaying it here also in the lobby of the Montauk Manor. Not too many people get that. That's pretty special.
Yeah, it was a very big honor to be accepted to the Montauk Art Show on the Green, and there was a great waiting list, and to be up for an award, that is a big honor. And to be allowed to bring my works to the Montauk Manor Hotel lobby, it was even more exciting. I am so thrilled and flattered, yeah. And so you're here.
And you've had people coming through the lobby all day and coming over and talking to you. That's kind of cool. What was that like?
Oh, it was so wonderful. You're not going to believe how many people, because I've lived in so many parts of New York, that we had so much in common. I met people from Syosset, and I met people from Queens and Brooklyn and Florida, because I lived in Florida too. So it's been great. I gave my business card out. We were talking about art, and they love my puppy.
She has a very, very cute dog. And some of you have seen the documentaries we've done on Lisa's work before, but most of that was in Queens and Bayside. And I met you. You were displaying your art at the Bayside Historic Society and getting a lot of notoriety there. But all the critics have been giving you rave reviews in Bayside, and now you're out here. You're expanding. And one of the things that I've said, one of the hardest things for an artist to do, for any creative person to do, is to create something that people will recognize as theirs, to be unique enough that when someone sees your work, they will know instantly that it's yours. That's kind of hard to do, but you've done that with your work. Describe your work for everybody.
Thank you. My work is, I really like modern, and I love shabby chic. So it's like kind of modern meets antique, and it's an eclectic collection. When you're putting jewels together with a modern, simple look, it has a place for the eye to rest, and it has some detail. So that's one thing. And what you were saying before about keeping your style the same, it is a very hard thing to do when you have a lot of criticism from certain people that are like, oh yeah, I don't buy that kind of jeweled stuff. I like only ocean scenes. It's very tempting, because you're the creator, to say, oh, you're right, maybe that won't work. I'll start doing only ocean scenes forever. No, you got to stay true to something that you love. You're passionate about it, and it'll catch on. Even if there are people that are not into the glitter, have still bought my art. Maybe they bought it maybe in a print, which makes it less glittery because you don't see the three-dimensionality. But they bought it, even so. I didn't get it discouraged at all when I would hear those criticisms.
When you're a unique artist, you're going to get criticized because people who have never seen it before, they're going to look at it for the first time, not understand it, and the first instinct is, oh, I don't really know about this stuff. But then, after a while, they get it, and it clicks, and then they recognize, oh, this is genius. This one was doing something very unique. And now some of the ways that the techniques that you use, there are certain terms for how you put on the paint and everything. Just mention that.
Oh, okay. So there was the giclée. The giclée is a kind of print that I do to make limited reproductions, and that uses 12 colors instead of like 4. So say you go to Staples, you'll get a copy made out of 4 colors that hardly match your original. But the giclée copies are a high-end print. And so that's one thing that we were talking about. And also I outline a lot pop style to make it separate from whatever background I'm doing. So I'm really, really into outlining. And I use collage from magazines that's recycled. But I never really use like old, I have kind of, sometimes I'm in the shopping store and I'm in Walgreens or something and I buy brand new magazines, but it's good that I'm using them in the art because it really helps the environment. So I'll take them and I decoupage it together with a top coat. It's like a really nice varnish, and that has a semi-gloss. It's not too shiny, because then if I have the rhinestones next to it, it will be too shiny, and that's too gaudy in my taste. So I like to have that contrast. And then the acrylic paint I use instead of oils, because acrylic is very dry looking. So you have dry next to shiny.
I love it. And so you got these paintings. You got a whole bunch of prints over here that were for sale. But also, you brought a lot of paintings. How many did you bring out here?
I bought 38. And there's some of them are very big. I have a 48 by 48. One of the gentlemen who works here at the Manor, he helped me. It took us about 20 minutes to get it out of the truck. It was really jammed up in there. And it was a huge painting.
Well, you know, when you're a great painter and you got a lot of work, you're very prolific. You've got a lot of stuff. So you brought out a lot of paintings out here. But also the prints, you brought a lot of them too. Tell people about the prints. I'm gonna hold
Sure.
one up. So
this is, look how great this is. This is a Duke Ellington. And look how, you can see the original one here. I don't know if the camera gets it. Yeah. Look how great that color matches. And
Did a nice job.
Something like this, you'll want to go to a framing store. In the meantime, at least it has a little bit of a frame over it. The matting looks like a frame, but it's $120, and I offer it with a free print, a smaller print as a free gift and free shipping.
very cool. And also, I love one of Lisa's trademarks are the women that she does, and I love these. So tell people about this.
Thank you. This one is Summer Love, and I was inspired to do this one. This is a print of my original Summer Love, which is like $12,000. And this one goes for $120. It has Cartier and Tiffany catalog collage inside, but there's a print, a photograph of that. And when I get it back from my printing guy, who is Rashid Jalili of Abbott Art in Farmingdale, he does gorgeous high-end museum quality reproductions. And so he also does on canvas, but this particular show I'm doing, I only did on the archival matte paper. And basically, I'm trying to offer it so I have merchandising it for more affordable. And I usually take it back home and add a little embellishment, or I'll also cover it so it's protected with a spray. And like I'll go over like the skin with silver or gold and outline again. And you can still put glass on top of it and frame it. It's not that thick. I won't put thick rhinestones. I'll just enhance the skin so it pops more.
You did
and touched by the artist. Yeah, they want that because it makes it more valuable. They don't want, otherwise they're like, why should we buy this and spend $120 if you didn't really make it? That's the thing. And I'm like, I am adding to it.
I have two pieces of Lisa's work. One is this gorgeous painting, and the other one is a lamp that I commissioned from her. And she did a great job on the lamp and the lampshade. And we've shown that in a documentary that we did about Lisa. So we'll kind of attach that to this. But I love that you've done that. The other thing, the amount of work that you do, and the amount of showing, you were able to do a really great website for people to come and look at your work. Tell people where they can go and see your work.
Thank
online.
you. It's lisagindi.com.
That's pretty simple. lisagindi.com. And it's got different sections to it, so you can see the stuff that's online. They can purchase it online. What happens if they purchase something online?
Well, I usually get an email, and I'm really setting that up right now. I'm kind of redoing it. It used to be all PayPal, but right now I'm working together with GoDaddy to be able to accept more credit cards, and this way, this new site is a little bit more secure, and that, technology is always changing and improving, and so it's a work in progress. So I think I only have like 3 pictures up there right now. But I used to have one that was just music and it was entertaining. And then I was learning the industry, like they don't really think that music is good because a lot of people go on at work and they're in the middle of their lunch day and they don't want to have that kind of distraction. So I've been like trying to figure out the best way to do it. So it's right now, still a work in progress.
And then also one last thing. Part of what you do that I really find fascinating is you also want to address, what's the culture of the day. So when you started doing some of these things, like from the Black Panther and some of your other pieces that are very contemporary topics, tell us about that and your choice.
Oh yeah, how did I get this? Well, I have a very good friend, Linda, and she lives in my building. We're very good friends. We're always supportive of one another. She has a cat and I have a dog, and we go to the veterinarian together, and she's out there, during the pandemic, and I was bringing a lot of paintings to the front of the building, so she said she knows I love to do Afro-American style art because I was influenced at downtown Brooklyn when I had worked with a gallery, Faith Art Gallery there, and I had commissions of that kind of art. But I still always loved Afro-American artists like Michael Jackson. I did that on my own because that was part of my childhood. So when she saw that, she's like, Chadwick Boseman just passed away, Lisa. What if you did that? So we did it. I painted him because my best friend, she wanted me to, and I made her a print. I made her a copy.
So it's really well done. And it speaks of the culture of the day, and we love that. Lisa, thank you very much. We love that I love that you it's prestigious to be here in the lobby of the Montauk Manor. They never do this for a lot of people. They've done it only for her. So that's great. It's a wonderful place. It's very historic. You feel like you just came out of a great Gatsby movie when you come in here. So, but it's great that you were here, and thank you for showing us your art, and thank you for talking to us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm so happy, and this is such a compliment that I get to be here with you because you're so famous and so intelligent and well-known in the art world now, not just in the news world.
So thank you very much. Okay, so we're coming to you from Montauk with Montauk Live TV. You've also seen Lisa on Bayside Live TV, and you're going to see a lot more of her. But just remember where you heard about Lisa first. Right here, Montauk Live TV or Bayside Live TV, you heard about Lisa Gindi first because she's getting a lot of notoriety and she's doing a lot of work that people are buying. So congratulations.
I have a little news.
Oh, yeah.
I met this wonderful man, Chris Lucore. I've been on the phone with him for a while, and he just came here earlier before he got here, and he offered me to do a group holiday show. So I will be out in Montauk. I'll list the information on Facebook and all my social media that I'll be in a group showing at his gallery, the Lucore Gallery.
She's getting recognized. Just remember where you heard it. You heard it here first. Lisa Gindi, getting recognized. Thanks for talking to us.
Hi, thank you.